welcome back for another Fisherman's Tale. This is my favorite five. I've been doing this and sort of looking at some MCU or some DC characters that are sort of the new generation of what's coming out, what's looking. There's characters that we've been talking about for the past 2 or 3 years. I mean, it's no secret Miles Morales, no secret Spider-Gwen. Those are ones you want to talk about. But this time I'm going to take a look at the Champions team. The Champions team is becoming more and more popular right now. Young Avengers hit because of Kate Bishop, and everyone went crazy for that. But Champions have slowly, because Miles Morales is part of that team. Kamala Khan is a part of that team. You have Riri Williams who's been on that team. So you have these characters who are really starting to, on their own right, people like them. So now you have a team made up of them, and so people are getting excited. But there's a few ignored maybe or sort of forgotten characters on the Champions team, and I want to sort of look at some of those and dig into those. So we're going to look at 4 characters, or 5 characters basically. First one we're going to look at is Vision. Her first appearance was a Vision 1, that great Tom King run, 12-issue run. That first issue is a hot book, period, because it's just people really like the story. They liked all 12 issues, but there's a 1 for 20 and a 1 for 25 cover that people just are sort of, they've always been worth a lot. I finally tracked myself down to the Martin 1 for 20 variant. I guess probably about this time last year, because I'm cheap and I don't want to pay the eBay prices, so I'm always looking for a deal. And I finally got myself one, and I'm happy to have it. The Sook one is easily $150, $200 book. Occasionally you'll see it drop for something a little bit less, but yeah. So that's Vision. I'd check her out. She has some great covers. Read my article. You can see some of the other ones that are just sort of fun, but she's a character I'd keep an eye on. If you're talking TV show, if there's a Champion show, I could see her being one of the main ones. Especially, we don't know what's going to happen in the WandaVision show, and we don't know what's going to happen in the Doctor Strange movie. Second book character I sort of want to look at is Snowguard. If you've seen Snowguard, she's this Inuit Indian character from Eskimo area, and she Snowguard. Her first appearance was Champions 19. What made this book so popular, not only because it was the first appearance of a character, but a Champions 19 blew up because of the second print. Because the second print of 19 and 20 were one of those combined to make the phrase Snowguard. And so people really wanted the set, and it was selling for 20, 25, $30 right out the gate. And now the sets are, a little bit harder to find, but it's sort of a cool thing to have. She's a cool character. When I started looking into some of her covers, there's actually some pretty fun places where she's in the background as a cover. Champions 25, 26, and 27, they go to Weird World. So all the Champion characters, Miles Morales to Kamala Khan, Nova, all of them have these sword and sorcery versions of themselves. So if you look at the covers, there's just great covers. And Snowguard's on there, and she's this almost demon-looking character. Is pretty cool. But they all have these really great covers. So I would definitely, even that run, sort of just a fun little run. If you like the sword and sorcery, you like magic and everything like that, read those issues 25, 26, and 27. In fact, check out, I think it's 25 has a Battle Lines version of Vision, so it's sort of a cool cover is on by itself. We also want to look at, I'm forgetting the name of the character now, but we're looking at the next character here whose first appearance came in Champions number 9. It's the Locust, or Red Locust, and she's Fernandez. There, you can tell the Champions team is going to be made up of this international flavor, international feel, and they're not going to call themselves the World Team like the JLA World or Justice League of the World and all that type of stuff. No, they're just champions, and this character is some Fernandez, and she is was the Locust. Now she's the was the Red Locust. Now she's the Locust. She's only on a couple of covers. You can sort of catch her in the background of a few of them, but she has potential as a character. The same thing happens with Pinpoint. Pinpoint's first appearance was Champions 1. That's also where Red Locust changes her name to Locust. Champions 1, the last version of the Champions. They're about to come out with a new version. But that's sort of a big book. I do have the 1 for 50 of the Champions 1, the new one. It's a pretty good read. I do need to catch up. I haven't read the full Champions run, but I do like how they're sort of incorporating some of that characters. And the last character I want to talk about is Starling. Starling I've actually been high on since she premiered in Miles Morales 5. 5 and 6 were just, I tried to track down as many copies as I could. I have several copies of 5 and 6. 6 is her first cover. It's a great cover. Um, if you follow me on Instagram, I threw it out there a while ago just for being a cool cover. But I like the book. Um, but the reason I think I'm becoming high on her is because I'm becoming high on her is because she is starting to appear on the new Champion series that's coming up after Outlawed. This Momoko cover here we're looking at, you can see there's several different images and slices of faces, but one of them definitely appears to be Starling's face. So that's sort of cool. I like, and I'm a Spider-Man guy. You guys know that. And she is the granddaughter of Victor Toombs, the first Vulture, and that's sort of cool to me as well. Just to go, hey, here's this character has a tie to Spider-Man, but could essentially be a key component of Miles Morales' story. Morales is developing his own bad guys and also compadres and friends and everything. I do like that aspect. And then as you can see here, I do have the 1 for 25 issue 10 of the Miles Morales run. Did have a 1 for 25 cover, and it's a great cover of her. And in fact, it's a ratio of a book, and it's a higher. It's hard to find that right about then the numbers were dropping in Morales, but then he was starting to have new characters appear. So just check those out. So there once again is my favorite 5 for Fisherman's Tale. Hopefully you check this out. The article drops on Sunday.